right that I, a woman black, should speak of white womanhood. No, I would that I could speak of white womanhood as it will and should be when it stands tall in full equality, but then womanhood will be womanhood, void of color and class, and all the necessities of my speaking thus then will be past. But since it is deemed a thing apart, supreme, I must in searching honesty report how it seems to me. My husbands, my fathers, my brothers, my sons died for it, and because of it, their blood chilled in electric chairs, stopped by hangman's noose, cooked by lynch mobs' fire, and spilled by white supremacists' desire to kill for profit, gives me that right to speak of white womanhood. In this past election, more than half of all white women, 53% to be exact, voted for Donald Trump. And this is not the first time that white women have sided with white nationalism. In the feminist movement's darkest days during the suffrage movement, Susan B. Anthony and Elizabeth Stanton adopted racist rhetoric and sided with white supremacists to advance their causes, explains Ta-Nehisi Coates in The Atlantic of October 30th, 2016. And this is just one instance in which white women have deliberately excluded their black and brown sisters. Harriet Tubman once stated, "In my dreams and visions, I seem to see a line. And over that line are green fields, lovely flowers, and beautiful white ladies with their arms stretched out to me. But I can't seem to get to them no how. I can't seem to get over that line." As we continue to struggle for racial unity within the women's liberation movement, it is vital that we understand that as long as these lines that separate us continue to exist, that women divided will only fall together. A Black Woman Speaks by Bea Richards. White womanhood. What then is this superior thing that in order to be sustained must needs feeds upon my flesh? How came this horror to be? Let's look to history. They said, the white supremacists said that you were better than me, that your fair brow would never know the sweat of slavery. They lied. White womanhood too is enslaved. The difference is degrees. See, they brought me here in chains. They brought you here willing slaves to man. You, shiploads of women, each filled with hope that she might win. With ruby lip and saucy curl and bright and flashing eye, him to wife who had the largest tender. Remember? And they sold you here even as they sold me. My sisters, there is no room for mockery. If they counted my teeth, they did appraise your thighs, sold you to the highest bidder, the same as I. But you did not fight for your right to choose whom you would wed. But for whatever bartered price that was the legal tender, you were sold to a stranger's bed in a stranger land. Remember? When they trapped you with the lying tongue, for lest you see that fault, that villainy that robbed you of name, voice, and authority, that murderous greed that wasted you and me. He fixed your minds with poisonous thought. White skin is supreme. And there earth brought that monstrous change, exiling you to things. And you did not fight, but cuddled down in your pink slavery and thought as somehow my wasted blood confirmed your superiority because your necklace was of gold. You did not notice that it throttled speech because diamond rings bedecked your hands. You did not notice their dictated idleness, nor could you see that the platinum bracelets which graced your wrists were chains binding you fast to economic slavery. Oh, my slavery? Well, they trapped me with the chain, the gun. My pearls were beads of sweat wrung from weary body's pains. Instead of rings upon my fingers, I wore swollen, bursting veins. My ornaments were the whiplash's scar. My diamond, perhaps a tear? And though you claimed your husband's name, you still could not command his fidelity. You bore him sons. You were afraid to nurse your young, lest fallen breasts should offend your master's sight, and he should flee to firmer loveliness, so you passed them. And your husband, your master raped me. And I fought, but you fought neither for yourselves nor for me, sat trapped in your superiority and spoke no reproach, yet consoled your outrage with an added brooch. You bore the shaming mockery of your marriage and hid your hate unto me. A woman too, but a slave more so. And when your husband disowned his seed, that was my son, and sold him apart from me, you felt avenged. Your deceived icing, only my slavery, aided your own decay. But mind you, I speak not mockingly. I fought for freedom. You hate slavery, but abhor equality. But we are women all. Understand that I was not your enemy in this. I was your friend. I fought. You would not help me fight, but I am fighting now for our unity. So what will you do? Will you join hands with me? No, set about to prove that and join hands with me. White supremacy is your enemy and mine. Remember that you have never known me. You have only been seeing me as white supremacy would have me be, but I will be myself. And I will be freedom. Justice, peace, plenty for every man, woman, and child that walks the face of this earth. This is my fight. And if you will fight with me, then please take my hand. If you fight with me, take my hand. You're still my sister.